Today, AMC continues to squeeze after a 20% move yesterday. So wrong about everything. My entire life existence is up for question now. Do I have any clue to what I'm doing anymore? Is this even real life? Living in my mom's basement trailer meth lab. It's all becoming a reality. My voice is even getting scratchy because I've been smoking just so many Marlboro red cigarettes because I'm just such a trailer trash piece of crap and I've just been wrong forever. What will I do now? Where do I go? What will be the answer to life when everything is just wrong? Talking about how much money I lost on my shorts, on my puts, and all that right here, right now. So, let's go. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Today, we are, I know. Trust me. It's tough being this beautiful, this smart, and everything else. Did not choose to be this beautiful. I just am this beautiful. Almost how beautiful this chart on AMC is looking right now. This is my new plan, guys. This is my new plan. So for now on, I'm just going to basically talk about how AMC is going to go to the moon, right? It's going to go to the moon. It's going to the moon. And I think maybe the opposite might happen. Like if all I talk about is like how bullish AMC is and how it's going to go up, like then I could just, maybe I'll glitch the matrix and it'll go down. Maybe that's what I need to do here. That's what I need to do. So you can see today, AMC above $43. I'm not going to say that yesterday I said this would happen, but I mean, guys, this is not rocket science. We broke above 40 yesterday. I said if we closed above 40, it would obviously be bullish, right? It'd be very bullish to close above that previous resistance area there, that yellow line that we had trouble with previously. So, we already knew that resistance was there. We knew that was previously also support as well, looking at the bigger time frames here. Look at the bigger time frames. We knew that acted as support, that yellow line, and now guess what? We are above it. But it's funny because everyone's attacking me like, oh, everyone was right and I was wrong. But I mean, I've basically talked about this scenario throughout this whole process. Through every video that I've made, I talked about very, very possible chance that it would bounce off the $32 area. And now it's funny because everyone's like very, 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 excited because everyone's screaming and yelling how it's going back up. But at the same time, it's not out of the woods just yet. AMC is not out of the woods in terms of, going to the moon just right away here. We're still, at the bottom of this channel. We still got all this resistance up here. Even if this goes to $60, was I wrong at that point? It went up from 32 to 60. Was I wrong? If I'm not wrong, I'll never be wrong on this trade, first off, because at the end of the day, AMC will be at a lower price in the future. Even if this thing squeezes, that's what people don't understand. Even if AMC squeezes to $1 million, I'm still going to be right because there will be a point where AMC will go bankrupt. The company will go bankrupt. I'm telling you right now, it will happen at some point. Will it happen tomorrow? Obviously not. Will it happen next year? Obviously, we don't know for sure. But at some point, the company itself will go bankrupt. And I know a lot of people are going to say, though, that's not what this is about. This is a movement because the apes are trying to, take over the world and try to prove the point that the apes are tired of being lied to and the market is rigged and manipulation and the hedge funds and all that. And I get it. People are fed up. People are tired. People are just wanting to get rich. I'm all about it. Let's go. Let's get rich. But in general, I'm going to still talk about my puts here. One thing I want to make very clear with me buying puts on AMC, I will not be buying short-term puts. I will not be buying puts that expire next week, next month. I will be buying puts that expire in 2023. Okay? So you see what I'm doing here. I'm buying puts that are expiring years from now, or at least a year from now, because I believe that at some point this mania, this insanity will come to an end, and AMC will go back down to levels below $10. Below $10 will be my target. I will be buying, $8 to $10 puts that expire in 2023. And I don't know if that was clear enough in the last videos talking about that, but like I said, and I said this as well in the videos, is I was 100% excited to see if AMC could go up to the $50, $60 area, because number one, that would just allow me to buy those puts at a better price. So It's not that I'm, going to lose money on this trade tomorrow or next week or anything like that. I'm not short the stock. I don't own long. I'm not long, and vice versa. At the same time, people got mad at me for saying that I might buy calls. At the end of the day, if this thing looks like I was totally wrong and AMC is going to squeeze the moon next week and it's going to go to $1,000, if that happens, if I see that chance coming, if I see an opportunity to make that trade, then I will buy calls, because at the end of the day, I'm here to make money. And yes, I know I've been wrong. I know everyone keeps saying how wrong I was about that $30 area, how, AMC was done, it was going to the grave. But I also said in that video, those videos talking about it, even, when I talked about Trey, when everyone got all butthurt about me talking about Trey and how, he was desperately just telling people like it was going to bounce and, that was it's going to go back to the moon and all that. And everybody got so upset with all that. But at the same time, I even said in those videos that, there was a chance of a bounce. And the thing is, I think a lot of people here, I think a lot of people in general don't, see kind of what could also be going on here. I understand that people believe that, you have this massive movement to take down the hedge funds, to take manipulation out of the market, the naked shorting, the FTDs, all that stuff. I understand the premise here, the idea, and I understand that people, that people watching this video right now, you guys are invested in AMC, you're long, you're just normal everyday people, and I understand that. It's never been about me trying to stop anyone from making money here. But it is a fact that I have to come up with some type of thesis for myself, right? I have to make a stand. I have to say, hey, this is what I believe. And obviously that there's a chance that I'm going to be wrong, right? If I say, hey, that I believe AMC is done, maybe a little bit of that is, a little bit of drama and, just kind of fishing for the views and the hate and all that as well from YouTube. Because obviously you can see, the views on the videos, they get a lot more views when I talk about the idea that AMC is done. Now, if I would have made a video saying that, hey guys, there's a 50-50 chance that AMC goes up, there's a 50-50 chance that AMC goes down from here, that video would not have got the views. That would not have really sensationalized the whole action and movement here with the stock. So that's one thing I want to make very clear. It's not that I actually want anyone to lose money. Any viewer, subscriber, or non-subscriber, or hater. That's the thing. I see people commenting about how they hate me so much. They wish I died, or they hope that my YouTube channel gets destroyed. They hope they lose my YouTube channel. That I hope that I get banned for bullying and all these different things. Everyone's like attacking me constantly now. I get messages on Instagram. I get messages all over the place from people saying that I should rot in hell and all this stuff. But guys, at the end of the day, I have to have some type of backbone. I have to have some type of stance, right? I'm not going to just make a video going, hey, I like this stock. I don't like this stock. Maybe it goes up. Maybe it goes down. I have to say something here, and I have to have a thesis. And obviously, right now, looking at this stock as it bounced from $30 up there to $40, yes, 100%. The call or my, general stance at that point that AMC was done was wrong, 100%. But also in that stance, I did say, that there was a possibility for that push to 40 and higher from there, really depending on the price action. And if tomorrow the stock goes to $60, again, it's not that I was wrong. It's just that I had to have a thesis. I had to have some type of backbone here. I know people don't actually value the idea of being a man and, standing up for something nowadays. But at the end of the day, I have to make a stance on something here. I can't just go all willy-nilly. And that's the thing, too. I put my face on this. I put my name on this. I stand behind what I say. And I've got to be wrong sometimes. I've got to be wrong. It happens, right? Like, I've got to be wrong because that's just the way it is. If I would have sat here and told you guys when the price of AMC was $30 that I believed it was going back to $60, well, there obviously people would have believed me in the stock. If it would have went to $20, people probably wouldn't have attacked me. That's the funny thing about it. Nobody would have attacked me if the stock would have went from 30 to 20. Everyone would have clapped. Everyone would have been very excited. Everyone would have been very happy. But if the stock would have went to 20, nobody would have came back and said, oh, you were wrong. You're an idiot. We hate you. But because I said that I believe that AMC was done at the $32 area, well, now everyone comes and attacks me and goes after me because I'm washed up and I got to quit. But like I said, guys, this is trading. You know, this is a trading channel. This is the market. There's going to be trades that are just not going to be right. Like obviously, when I bought calls, when I believed that AMC was going to make a breakout to the upside out of that channel in the past, you know, when we were up here, and I bought calls up here thinking we were going to break above 60 and squeeze up there to the $70, $80 area. I had to live with that call, right? I made that call. I made that decision. I lost the money on it. I wasn't mad at anyone else. I didn't go and blame anyone else for my mistake. And it's funny because I see people commenting too about it, like how I'm an idiot because I bought calls at the top. Even today, you know, we're running into that resistance here on the daily candle. The high so far today was $46 on AMC, up there to 46.6. Oh, wow. That better not be the actual high, is it? Well, I went like this and it was like 46.66. I was like 666. That's the sign of the devil. AMC is the devil. So right now, AMC having a little bit of trouble, kind of flirting with red to green here on the daily. You know, it's only noon right now, so we got plenty of time to see kind of where this ends up. We're getting some volume coming back in here, but I do want to kind of ask this question as well for people out there: is what if some of these price movements back to the upside, these pumps back to the upside, are actually allowing, number one, shorts to short more, are actually allowing shorts to sell calls, to buy puts, giving shorts a better opportunity to get in? Because the thing is, nobody wants to short a stock, you know, when it's down 20% on the day. It's just not good business practice. It's much better to short a stock as it's kind of bouncing back. You know, that would be your entry. Like if I'm a short, my entry is not going to be down here at the $30 area. You know, if I'm bearish on AMC, I'm not going to be shorting it down here at the $32 area, which, like I said, I did not do. I was waiting for that push back up to this resistance area. Obviously, now we broke above that resistance, and we are now above that previous resistance. So for me personally, as a short, I would now be looking to see kind of if this can hold here, squeeze up to the $60 area, and then turn down, sort of like this. So we go up, we go down, we push up here. This is where I want to be buying my puts, you know, if I have a bearish thesis. I don't want to be buying puts down here at the bottom of that channel. I obviously want to be buying puts at the top of that channel. I think a lot of people are confused about that. You know, when the stock is bullish and is squeezing up, that's when I want to be buying puts at a resistance area. Not just because the stock is crashing down do I want to be buying puts. And like I said, the puts that I'm going to be buying are going to be expiring in 2023. So those puts, even with the price, even like I said, if the price goes to $1,000, I'm pretty much betting on the fact that I can live through any type of squeeze in the stock, and by January 2023, the stock will return back to earth. The price will return back to a actual fundamental price for the stock, because by 2023, I just do not see all the apes still holding and hoping and praying that this squeezes to $1 million at that point. Which again, you know, now that I've said that, I probably shot myself in the foot, because it might happen. But in general, you know, I've got to have a stance as a trader placing a trade. I've got to have a stance on that trade, and well, that's what I've done through this whole process. Is I've had a stance, and you know, I've had to make that call. Was I wrong at the $32 area saying that it was done? 100%. I was wrong, right? With that mention of being, you know, done, the stock being done. We had a 20% bounce yesterday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves now. I'm saying at least 50% of the people watching this video that are angry and mad have an average price for AMC that is at least $40 to $50. You know, maybe 30, but I'm thinking a lot of people that are very, very adamant about how much they hate me and how much I'm an idiot. I'm thinking that a lot of those people have, you know, a price average that's between this yellow line and this yellow line. So the stock has not broken out of there. So everybody who's screaming and yelling about how it went up 20%, well, you're probably back to break even at this point, or maybe a little under break even. So don't attack me because the stock went up 20%. It's still in that channel that I believe, I would say most people ended up buying in this area. Obviously, I know someone's going to comment, like, I bought at $8, I bought at $10, I bought at $20. I get it. Not everybody bought up here. Not everybody bought in the $40 to $60 area. I understand that. But there are people out there who bought in the $40 to $60 area, and I can guarantee that a lot of the haters that I'm getting are people that are holding shares in this price point. So again, that's why I'm totally fine kind of watching and waiting for my opportunity to really jump on this as a short, okay, as a buying puts. So again, if I'm a hedge fund and I really wanted to short AMC, well, guess where I'm going to be shorting it? I'm not going to be shorting it down here. I'm going to be shorting it back up in this area because I know there's a lot of volume in that area. There's a lot of people that are holding shares in this area. And guess what? If AMC goes from $40 up there to the $64 area, if it goes from 40 to 60 and then gets denied, right? It gets denied at this area again. Like if we get this similar price action where it just can't break above that high, that resistance there, there's a really good chance that people that bought at the $30 area, they're going to be up 100% by then. They're going to take a little bit of profit, right? That's going to add on to selling pressure. People that are break even again, people who bought here that are finally break even, they're probably going to take profit as well if this starts to, get up there and then turn back down. So like if we get a big push up and then we get a big red day kind of like this where we go up and we pull back, from 60 to 50, I'm thinking people are going to be taking profit there, And again, I've got to have my thesis, and I know everyone's going to disagree with me, but I've got to have a thesis here. And well, that's my thesis on the price action right now. We bounced off that $32 area, like Trey predicted, like I talked about, whatever you want to say. We talked about it. We now understand it. We're there at that price point now. I'm still very, very bearish on the stock long term. I still believe the fundamentals do not add up. The stock, and I guess, that's where I went wrong with this whole thing, is trying to basically talk about logic and reasoning to something that's illogical or illogical or unlogical. How do you say that? Either way, the fundamentals of this company are in no way. I understand. Again, I know I keep saying fundamentals, and everyone gets upset when I say fundamentals. But at the end of the day, guys, this stock will come back to a fundamental price at some point. Is that to say that it can't squeeze to $1,000 beforehand? No, I'm not going to say that. Do I believe it's going to go to 1,000? I'm going to say no. I believe it's not going to going to $1,000 in the future at any point. But again, I've been wrong. So maybe I'm just opening myself up for more people saying I'm wrong. But really, the thesis here for me is that by 2023, the stock price will be below $10. So you can mark that, okay? Everyone says we're going to come back and they're going to tell me I was wrong when it squeezes. That's totally fine. Come back, comment when it squeezes, but then make sure you come back in 2023 because I'll still be here. My YouTube channel will still be here. I'll still be making money. I'll still be going forward in life and, progressing and becoming a better person every single day. But in general, everyone who keeps saying that I'm going to be destroyed, my YouTube's going away and I'll be banned, well, it's not going to happen. So let's all agree to disagree. And we'll see what happens 2023. So don't tell me you were right until 2023, because that's where I'm looking to get my puts. And I'm not even buying puts right now. I have no puts right now. I have nothing. I don't even have a position in the stock. I'm actually, like I said, I'm waiting for the perfect moment. And as of right now, as of this point in time, the perfect moment for me to buy puts would be up here when it pushes to 60. If this thing goes to 100, guess what? Those puts will be even cheaper and easier to buy. So, I'm not mad about it either way. That's one thing I want to make sure. I want to make it very clear. I'm not mad about it either way. But like I said, if we start to get some crazy momentum, the stock starts squeezing, 10, 20, 30% in days ahead, I'm totally fine maybe buying some, crazy out of the money calls. Kind of, hedging against my overall thesis here. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that subscribe button because you're going to want to know what happens in 2023. I'll still be here, but the question is, will most of the AMC investors still be here in 2023? I'm thinking probably not. And that's not even like me trying to be mean. It's just me saying that like at some point, this whole ape movement is going to, end. And is that to say that it won't go to $1,000 first? No, but at some point the hype, the momentum or whatever you want to call it, it will start to die down with this whole AMC movement. So if you guys haven't already, hit that button down below, not the dislike button. Because one thing as well, guys, if you hit the dislike button, it helps me just like hitting the like button. So, do as you must. Do what you must. Do as you must.